everybody, Absent Friend here, and we're at the game table with the next Disney Villainous expansion. And it's called Filled with Fright, and it just arrived today. So I'm going to give you guys an opening, unboxing opening. It's a big opening, as you will. This is the Target exclusive, so it comes with the outside thing here. And it's kind of cool, but honestly, and you guys are going to see it, it's going to be exactly the same. This, you see they're identical. The front is cute though. I really like that. And now we have this kind of a light yellowy color. Although the Gaston box, I was just looking at it, is kind of a similar yellowy color, but not as light as this one. So, I don't know. I may have gone with a white color, or even this blue color. That would have been really cool. This kind of nice blue background. That would have been really good. No other Disney, or no other Disney Villainous has that kind of blue color. So, oh well, that was their choice. Okay, so this is probably not going to stick around much longer. I usually don't keep those. And now we're going to open this. This time, and as you can see, the box is very small. So yeah. So let's see. Let me get some scissors. I should have gotten that ahead of time. Alright, so got some scissors here. I'm going to try my best to open this without damaging too much of it. And just... Come on now. This is the worst part. I know there's got to be tools gamers, or professional gamers use, or I don't even know if that's a thing. Professional board gamer, maybe. Professional video game players, I guess, but whatever. Anywho, we're getting it. We're getting it. Come on now. Daylight's a-wasting. Oh, for heaven's sake. There we go. Alright. Okay, so we got past the tape. And so yeah, I do kind of like the size of the box, even though it's only one villain. But it's kind of cute at the size of the box. And woo, everything came falling out. Alright, so we have just a tiny... and it does say in big bold, or not bold letters, but the red, must own other Disney Villainous games to play. Because something tells me they didn't include any power or anything else like that. So anyway, but there you have it. It even shows you the original Worst Takes It All box. Doesn't show the new Introduction to Evil. So there you go. And yeah, that's all it does. So okay. So, set that to the side. Got our action symbols here and our little cheat sheet. And the villain objectives. Can you believe this? One box. My goodness. Think you kind of made a waste here, Ravensburger. But we'll see. Must defeat Jack Skellington. Well, I do kind of like the greenish color. Here's his instruction booklet, so I'll definitely have to read this over, as you can see, to get a good idea of what to do and what not to do, but we'll look at that later. So here's his board. We're just going to move that to the side. Here's his board, and yeah, I do like the green color. Trying to make sure you guys can see that. Okay, so I do like the green. And the yellowy kind of color, although they kind of blend together a little bit. That may not have been very smart. It blends to my eyes. Maybe somebody else can see it. Alright, so we've got, it looks like the pretty standard setup, although he's missing he's got one action here missing. So yeah, something's gonna go here. Probably a lot. Kind of like Ratigan, where his lair had that at the top. But he had an extra thing on the opposite end that helped him kind of balance it out. So he's actually missing an action. That's interesting. So he has his 3, his 2s, He doesn't, and one without any power whatsoever. He doesn't have any ones, so that's interesting. Not unheard of. Some of the ones in the Despicable Plots, not Despicable Plots, Bigger Badder game had some without any power gaining spaces. So, well, maybe it balances. I don't know. He does have 2 Vanquish spots. Here's his discards, his fates. So he can only really cover up to 3. That's his double. He has only 1 double. He has a move that you can cover here. That's the only move action he has. That's interesting. Okay. Very interesting. Alright, so let's take a look and see what we have here. I'm going to move this down here. Let's see what else we got. Well, we have his mover. So that's cute. Now, I kind of wonder if this glows in the dark. Kind of looks like something out of Ghostbusters, doesn't it? Look at that. You see that? Yeah. I mean, it's cute, but it's just, yeah, not what I expected. I wonder if that's a Target exclusive thing. They usually like to have one of their movers not be transparent. But that's it. So maybe it glows in the dark, maybe it doesn't. And I did read about this. He does have some dice. So they are kind of big dice too. Oh, neat. They're kind of made like his dice in the movies. Very cool. Alright. Alright. Ooh, snake eyes. That's not good. 4. 5. Kind of wonder if these things are weighted. 6. 7. 9. Okay, maybe not. Well, who knows. Alright, so let's see what else we got here. We got some plus and minus strength tokens. We all know what those look like. Add those to the collection. And then we have his stuff, fate, and that's it. I mean, I do like the little organization thing here. I really wish somebody would create a giant box that you could put all the Villainous stuff in, or at least the Disney Villainous stuff in, and try to keep everything nice and neat and everything else, but maybe we'll get that, maybe we won't. Okay, so I'm gonna move that, put this back. Okay. Alright, so once again we got this, again, I really like the green color. I don't know if I would have picked yellow to go with it. Ow! Excuse you, Diego. That was very rude. Reached up here and just started clawing me with his claws. Okay. Let's see here. Alright, so ba-doo, ba-doo, ba-doo. There we go. Okay. Alright, so we'll get to the Fate deck in a minute. Let's look at his villain deck. So he has his allies, the 3 Nudniks. That's to be expected. They all gain strength from each other. So it looks like if you have them, to spread them out, because it doesn't matter if they're in the same location or not, as long as they're in play, is what I'm reading. And they all have a different effect. So it does say here that when Barrel is in play, allies cost 1 less power to play. I wonder if that means at that location or just anywhere. It doesn't say at that location, kind of like the Bonsai that does that in Scar's deck, I think. One of those 3 Nix. Now this one says at Barrel's location, so I would think that's for everything. So, okay, so definitely play Barrel to a place where, like, probably over here, where he's going to be rolling dice a lot. And when Oogie Boogie moves to Shock's location, draw a card. Oh, okay. Well, but then, so you might want to put this, like, maybe here. So, and I guess it doesn't really matter where he is. Just wherever you need him. So maybe that's maybe the best way to do it. So that way he can have multiple dice chances with cards that let them do that. I assume the cards let them do that. And then draw a card, you know, so that way you go here, and even though you're going to get these 3, you still get to draw a card and stuff. So cool. Alright. So we're, okay. So far so good. Here's another ally. Bats. 2, 3. Lots of bats. The bats place in the discard pile. Or when bats are used in a vanquish action, place bats in the discard pile. Duh. We knew that. Search the discard pile for an ally and place that ally. Oh, okay. So I guess that's those you can use to get these guys back if you had to use them in vanquish actions. Okay. And they're 2 strength each, so yeah, you could spread them out or you could pile them up. Doesn't really matter, I guess. Okay. Oh, they have more allies. A spider. That's not freaky at all, is it? Spiders are used to defeat a hero, gain 1 power, and draw a card. Not bad, although they only have 1 strength. So you probably have to use them in conjunction with the bats, or the trio there. Oh, here's an item. Oh, in the bathtub, that freaky thing. And they oh, hang on, folks. Making all kinds of racket in the microphone. Sorry about that. When this location gains, or when the bathtub allows a location to gain a activation spot. Okay, I'm looking to see. Yeah, there aren't any. So if you want an activation spot, you gotta have the bathtub. And I wonder where do you activate other than the bathtub? Interesting. So you have to be at the bathtub's location, activate it to move the bathtub to a new location, and move any number of allies to that location. Oh, okay. So if you have any number of allies, so it doesn't sound like they have to be in the same spot. You have Oogie Boogie has to be in the spot with the bathtub to activate it. That I get. But let's say you had, I mean, let's just say you had all these bats spread around, okay? And I'm going to move the bathtub over here. I can move all these bats there with it. That's what that says to me. So, but you can only activate the bathtub at this bathtub location. Interesting. Okay, cool. So that's an item. So far, allies and items. Item, I should say. I haven't seen another item yet, but oh, now we're getting to the effects. Imposter Sandy Claus. When Imposter Sandy Claus is played, roll the dice on a result of 7+. I got 10. So on the roll of 7+, which I did, place this card next to Sandy Claus. If Jack Skellington is in play, reduce his strength by 1 instead. If Jack Skellington is in play, reduce his strength by 1 instead. On the result of 6 or less, discard this card. Interesting. Okay. It's kind of weird. Why would you place that next to it and then... I'm sure there's quite a few of these. Yeah, that must really have something to do with the objective. Because you do have to defeat Jack Skellington, and with these it looks like you get to reduce his strength by 1. So something tells me he's probably a high strength hero. So look into that later. Oh, here's a new type of card. These say cheat. Y'all see that? Cheat. I haven't seen that before. So these, I guess, allow Oogie Boogie to cheat. Hence the name. You may play loaded dice immediately after you've rolled the dice. No card play action is needed. Okay. Reroll one of the dice and discard this card. So let's say it's in your hand. You roll a die, and it's an 8, which is not bad. But let's say I wanted to do that, and now it's a 2. But so it could make it worse. So I guess it just depends, and then discard it. All right. So there's another one. Okay. And then here's conditions. What does Santa bring to you when another player takes a play card action, which most turns they will? You may play, what did Santa bring you? You may discard any number of cards in your hand and draw 2 cards. Ooh, that's cool. That's like extra discard actions. I love it. Okay. Here's the other one. Trick or treat. If another player gains power, which most of the time they do, you may play trick or treat, roll the dice on a result of 8+. I got a 4. Oogie Boogie gains that same power. On the result of 7 or less, take 1 power from any player. Oh, so you get power no matter what. It's just, you get... so definitely use this when someone's on a 3 spot. But even if you don't get the 3, you get to steal power from another player. That is really cool. I've never seen that mechanic before. Stealing power from other players. Alright, so now we have another effect here. Roll the dice on the result of 8 or more. Okay. I got 7. So I'll draw a card. But otherwise, if I got the 8 or higher, perform any non-fate action in the Oogie Boogie's realm. So anything. You can get more power. I guess you could play another card, but that'd be kind of pointless. You could discard it, you could vanquish. As long as it's not a fate. Interesting. Or draw a card if it's 7 or less. And these are only 1 apiece, like only 1 power to play them, so not bad. Here's another effect. What have we here? Perform a vanquish action, then roll the dice. On the result of 8 plus, I got a 5. Do not discard the allies plural, used to discard the hero. Cool. Okay, that means Lock and Shock and whoever can stay in the realm after they vanquish somebody. Or 7 or less, which is what I got, put the ally into your hand. Okay, and that's only 2. To do an extra vanquish. So he's got vanquishes all over the place, and these 2 cards that allow him to do that. Alright. This one is 5 power. Wow. Choose and play an effect from Oogie Boogie's discard pile for free. If you need to roll dice, you choose the result. Ooh. Okay. So I guess it doesn't matter. I mean, you can roll the dice, but then you're like, I don't want that 7, I want an 8. So, huh. Okay. Yeah, that's a 5 power though. You're gonna have some serious power, serious desperation to play that. Alright, and then it's a vacation. Discard the top 3 fate cards. Draw 1 villain card from each hero discarded. Oh, okay, so that's a way to kind of flush out your fate deck. Alright. Well, speaking of fate deck, let's see what we got here. Sally. When Sally is played, move Oogie Boogie to her location. Okay, so let's play. And then Oogie Boogie can only move to adjacent locations. Oh gosh. So already I can see the strategy. Play her either side here, probably here so you can cover the actions, and that way he can only move here. He can't move anywhere else. That is, and so if you have that covered, wow. She can be quite powerful. So watch out for her. 0, Jack Skellington gains +2 while 0 is in play. Well, that'll be helpful since we're trying to defeat him. Dr. Finkelstein. When Dr. Finkelstein is defeated, place him on top of the fate deck and shuffle it. Why place him on top then? Does it matter? Just kind of redundant wording. When the mayor of Halloween Town is defeated, reveal... Wait a minute. Kind of want to place him on top of the fate deck and shuffle it. So does that mean shuffle it, then put him back on top? That needs a clarification there, Ravensburger. When the mayor of Halloween Town is defeated, reveal fate cards until you find a hero. Play that hero to any location. Interesting. Gosh, there's a lot of heroes here. We haven't even got to Jack yet. There's 4. And then here we have the citizens of Halloween Town. Oogie Boogie must defeat citizens of Halloween Town before you defeat any other hero at their location. Oh, in their location. So, yeah. Wow. And I think, okay, this is all the heroes. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we got Jack in here somewhere. Yeah. So 9 heroes. Okay, so we've got quite a few. You're going to be doing some vanquishing a lot. But yeah, especially this. So definitely put these where Jack is, so he can't defeat him so quickly. So that's one thing to do. Alright, let's keep going. Move a hero to an adjacent location. You may discard a hero or item from that hero's new location. Interesting. So move a hero to a place where... and this is for the Fator to do. Why would you want to discard a hero? I can't imagine the Fator wanting to discard any hero, much less. Oh wait, you could discard Jack. We'll get to, because he's a hero. You could discard Jack, and that would have to make Oogie Boogie have to start all over again. Got it. Perfect. Okay, that does make sense. Or an item, and the only item is the bathtub, unless there's fate items. But I don't see that. So yeah, okay. And oops, I gotta put these cards back. I didn't mean to do that. There we go. There's 2 of those, so that could be kind of hurtful. Set things right. Oogie Boogie must reveal his hand. Choose 1 card to remove. Okay. There are other cards like that. I'm sure that could come in handy. Depends on what's in his hand, I guess. Hello, Oogie. Place Hello, Oogie under Oogie Boogie's mover. I hate these. Next time, after Oogie Boogie rolls a dice, discard it and reduce the result by 2. Well, this is kind of like in Star Wars where you have the restrictions. It's kind of like what this is. It's almost like a restriction. And you only get rid of it. So it's saying to do that, but you know, then it just gets in the way. So I usually put restrictions on Star Wars right there, just to remind our faithful person that he still has to deal with that. So yeah, okay, interesting. There's 2 of those, so it's not just 1 restriction. There's 2. Oh, this is interesting. Boy, that's freaky looking. Look at that. Sandy Claus. When there are 4 imposter Sandy Claus in a pile next to Sandy Claus, find Jack Skeleton and place him at Oogie Boogie's lair. Remove Sandy Claus from the game. Oh, okay, so that's why you need all those imposters. That's why there's so many. Because you need 4 of them to get Jack Skeleton out. And so far I've yet to see anything that lets you play a hero as... Hang on. As Oogie Boogie. I don't see anything that allows you to play heroes from the Fate deck. So, yeah. Kind of like in Scar, where you have to find... Yeah, none of these allow you to find a hero and play them. Wow. So yeah, you gotta... It's gonna be kind of interesting to get Jack out there. Find Jack Skeleton and place him at the... So, I bet... Hang on. I bet you have to start... Yep. Place Sandy Claus at the Boogie Boogie's face up. Set Oogie Boogie's dice off to the side. So yeah, he's in your realm at the beginning. So he's already been captured. Very interesting. Okay. I'm starting to get it. And it says prisoner, which is even better. I love that. Okay, and now finally, our objective hero. When Jack Skeleton is played from the Fate deck, Jack Skeleton is an effect that discards an imposter Sandy Claus. Otherwise, Jack Skeleton is a hero with no additional ability. So even if he comes out of the Fate deck, like if you're fating and you draw, well, he won't be in there. Let's just say you got that. You could play him as an effect rather than a hero, do the effect, and put him back and not play him as a hero. Very cool. So yeah, so defeat Jack Skeleton is kind of like defeat Snow White or defeat Peter Pan, but at least with Peter Pan you have to play him when he comes out, right? Snow White you don't have to play her, but that's interesting. But he still has a purpose, so you don't have to just go, well, it's a wasted turn. So he still has a purpose. So that yeah. All right, folks. So that is Oogie Boogie. I'm gonna have to be doing some serious studying of this before I can make an official guide. So bear with me. Let me do some playing and experimenting and trying different things. I can already kind of see where things ought to be, but I will definitely get a guide out. Maybe by the end of the month. Maybe that'll be a nice Halloween video to do, you know, but we'll see. I'll try to have it out earlier if possible, but I'll need some time, alright? So I hope y'all enjoy this unboxing. I cannot wait to give this villain a try. So I'm gonna do that, and then next thing you know, we'll see if we get a nice guide for you, okay? So that's it, folks. That is the new Oogie Boogie Disney Villainous villain. Although it should be Touchstone, but Disney owns it, so whatever. But there you have it. So I also kind of need to familiarize myself with this character a little bit because the only reference I have to him is from the Kingdom Hearts games. So yeah, I may need to research him a little bit more. So yeah. Alright, so there you go. We got dice now. We got, that's really the only new thing. We got some new kind of card. We got cheat cards now. And a prisoner card, which I guess is the opposite of hero, but there you go. Or prince, or whatever those other things were in some of those other decks. But there you go. Alright, so like and subscribe if you haven't already. Please do. And keep watching this channel. We'll do more solo stuff. And probably do some more stuff with video games. I'm trying to figure out a better way to do it. But I'll get back to you guys on that as well. So anyway, there you go, Oogie Boogie. And I'll let you know if he glows in the dark as well. So this is your absent friend, signing off.